After a long journey to Florida, I caught a taxi from the airport. The driver seemed young and friendly, engaging in normal conversation. Exhausted, I dozed off, but after half an hour, I awoke to an unsettling sight. We were no longer in the city. Only dark and desolate streets stretched before us. The amiable driver now wore an eerie grin, his eyes pitch black and soulless. My heart pounded with fear as he continued driving the taxi, taking me into an unknown and sinister territory. Panic engulfed me, realizing I was trapped with a driver whose true intentions remained a chilling mystery. Feeling relieved that my earlier encounter with the driver was just a bad dream, I boarded the taxi with hesitation, trying my best to avoid engaging in conversation. Miraculously, nothing eerie happened this time as we made our way to the Don CeSar Hotel, where I decided to stay for the night. As I checked into the elegant, pink palace, I couldn't shake off the unsettling feeling that there was some inexplicable connection between the taxi driver and the hotel. The driver's face flashed in my mind whenever I looked at the staff, and I wondered if he had any involvement with this place. Trying to dismiss the thought, I attributed it to my overactive imagination. However, as the night progressed, strange occurrences began to unfold. Flickering lights, unexplained drafts, and peculiar noises echoed through the hallways. At one point, I could have sworn I caught a glimpse of the taxi driver's shadow lurking in the dimly lit corridor. My heart raced, and I questioned if this was just another vivid nightmare. The eerie connection between the driver and the hotel intensified when I stumbled upon an old photograph in one of the hotel's archives. To my shock, there he was, the same taxi driver, but in a vintage bellman uniform, standing by the entrance of the Don CeSar Hotel decades ago. My curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to inquire about the hotel's history. The staff was hesitant to discuss the legends, but one elderly employee, with a cautious look in her eyes, revealed the most famous ghostly tale of the Don CeSar. She spoke of Thomas Rowe, the hotel's original owner, who it was said still wandered the premises in search of his lost love. According to the legend, Thomas Rowe fell in love with a woman named Lucinda, but their romance was thwarted by her parents, who disapproved of their relationship. Heartbroken and desperate, Thomas was forced to leave, vowing to return and reunite with Lucinda. Tragically, he never got the chance, as Lucinda passed away before they could meet again. As the story goes, Thomas Rowe returned to the hotel after his death, and some believe that he continues to roam its halls, forever searching for his beloved Lucinda. His spirit is said to appear in various forms, seeking closure and love lost. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. The taxi driver, with his mysterious demeanor and eerie connection to the hotel, seemed to embody the spirit of Thomas Rowe, destined to roam the same grounds for eternity. As the night at the Don CeSar Hotel unfolded, the eerie occurrences seemed to multiply. In the midst of investigating the hotel's history, I stumbled upon a small, forgotten room tucked away in a secluded corner. As I entered, an unsettling chill crept up my spine, and a feeling of déjà vu washed over me. Inside the room, I noticed a photo frame hanging on the wall. The woman in the photograph looked hauntingly familiar, and to my astonishment, she bore an uncanny resemblance to me. She wore an old-style dress that seemed out of place in the modern era, and her eyes held a mixture of sorrow and longing. My heart raced as I examined the photograph, trying to make sense of the inexplicable connection. Was it merely a coincidence, or was there something more mysterious at play? I couldn't shake the feeling that there was a profound connection between this woman and me, as if our paths had somehow intertwined across time and space. Intrigued and unsettled, I decided to inquire further about the photograph from the elderly employee who had shared the legend of Thomas Rowe. She hesitated for a moment, her expression turning somber, before revealing that the woman in the photograph was believed to be Lucinda, the lost love of Thomas Rowe. The revelation hit me like a thunderbolt. Lucinda's resemblance to me couldn't be a mere coincidence. Was it possible that I had a deeper connection to the hotel's ghostly history than I had ever imagined? Could it be that Thomas Rowe's unrequited love had transcended time, drawing me into this enigmatic tale? As the night wore on, I couldn't escape the feeling that the spirits of the past were reaching out to me, trying to convey a message from beyond the veil of time. The taxi driver's presence, the ghostly legend of Thomas Rowe, and now the uncanny resemblance to Lucinda all seemed intertwined, weaving a tapestry of mystery and haunting beauty. In the embrace of the historic Pink Palace, I felt like a mere traveler passing through the corridors of time, briefly intersecting with the lingering spirits of the past. The mysteries of the Don CeSar Hotel and its ghostly legends would forever linger in my heart, leaving me to wonder about the enigmatic connection that had been forged between us.